Hey guys, welcome back to Showbox. Today we're going to recap the movie called The Furries, released in 2019. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film starts in a forest where a girl is screaming for help and running away from her assailant. She trips on some logs and falls down, breaking her leg in the process. A creepy looking guy is after her and she's begging him not to hurt her, but he's about to slice her. That's when another masked man attacks him. The other masked man kills the creepy-looking attacker by stabbing him in the stomach. He then picks up the girl and leaves with her. Back in the city, Kayla and her friend Maddie are drawing some graffiti under a bridge. They are in the final years of high school, and they've been friends all their lives. Maddie wants Kayla to write something on the wall as well, but Kayla doesn't like doing anything illegal. That's when Maddie tells her that they will be separated pretty soon, and Kayla will have to take care of herself, so she should try to be a little mischievous from time to time. This leads to an argument between the two of them, and they both start walking home. But soon, Kayla hears Maddie's screams. She goes after her to check and sees that someone is taking her friend away. Kayla wants to help, but pretty soon, she's grabbed as well. She then wakes up dazed in a room where someone is performing some sort of surgery on her. The next time, she wakes up after hearing a loud and irritating noise. She's stuck inside a box that's in the middle of the forest, with seemingly no one around for miles. The noise coming from a siren is extremely painful, so she pushes the lid open and gets out of the box, only to find out her left eye is bleeding. She doesn't know what's going on, and she's worried about Maddie, so she runs around calling for her. Just then, two girls grab her and tell her to calm down, because they might attract attention towards themselves. These girls were also kidnapped, and they're trying to get out. They all run to check Kayla's box to see if her phone is in there. Kayla doesn't find her phone in the box, but she's more worried about her medicine. She's epileptic and needs her medicine to stay healthy. They're all wondering what to do when all of a sudden, Kayla has some visions where she sees through someone else's eyes. She passes out and wakes up to find out that one of the girls, whose name is Alice, is still waiting for her. They start looking for the other girl when Kayla spots another box. They go near the box and try to open it when they see a man holding an axe. The man is looking for them, so they hide behind the box. But just then, Kayla has another epileptic attack. She sees through her attacker's eyes. Alice, on the other hand, is scared, so she makes a run for it, but the man chases her. Kayla is watching all of this when the man catches Alice. He then cuts her face off with his axe, and Alice dies. After some time, Kayla wakes up near the box and finds Alice's body nearby. She is horrified by this and decides to find an escape. After walking for a couple hours, she reaches the edge of the forest. There's an open field and Kayla is walking through it when all of a sudden she finds the same sirens releasing that piercing sound. The sirens are surrounding the area and they act as a barrier. Kayla knows she can't escape, so she just sits down to catch her breath. All of a sudden, she sees a girl running away from the guy with the axe. The man stabs the girl and he's about to finish her when another masked man with a sickle gets there. Both masked men start fighting and Kayla grabs the girl and runs towards the woods. The guy with the sickle takes down the other masked man and starts looking for the girls. Kayla hides the injured girl in the trunk of a tree and goes around looking for help. The masked man follows the blood trail and eventually finds the injured girl. He drags her out and pulls her arms until they are torn. Kayla hears the screams and she turns around to see another guy wearing a pig mask. He tries to slash Kayla with a machete, but Kayla evades him and grabs the machete. She's trying to defend herself when the guy's head explodes and he dies. Kayla keeps the machete and looks for the injured girl, but the girl is already dead. She's filled with regret and keeps walking until she finds a small village that also has a map. She tries to investigate one of the huts when she hears someone sneaking up behind her. She turns around and stabs the person, but it turns out to be another girl. The girl starts bleeding and dies in front of Kayla. The girl from earlier, whose name is Sheena, also gets there with another girl named Rose. They think Kayla killed this girl, but Kayla says it was an accident. Kayla can't believe what just happened, and she's having an epileptic attack. She gets this vision where she sees a masked man holding Maddie hostage in a shack near the mine. When she wakes up, she sees Rose sitting next to her. Rose is worried that Kayla will kill her too. Rose has the mind of a kid. Kayla assures her that she is a friend and she won't hurt her. They both remember the operation theater, and that's when Kayla gets an idea. She picks up a spoon and takes out the dead girl's left eyeball. Her suspicions come true when she sees some sort of transmitter behind the eyeball. She realizes that the people who kidnapped them are using these transmitters to watch their movements from their control room. The girls are still trying to figure out all of this when the door starts banging and it's Sheena on the other side. She says there are 2 more murderers roaming the area, so they have to hide. Kayla shows her the transmitter and explains that this is most likely the reason why they can't go past the sirens. They decide to wait till it's dark before they try to get out. Right then, the guy with the sickle gets there and the girls have to hide. The man enters the shed and finds Rose, who's trying to protect herself. Sheena and Kayla grab any weapon they can to fight off the guy. They push him out of the shed before locking the door. Kayla is confused because the guy was only trying to see Rose's face and not trying to kill her. She remembers that all the girls had boxes with the word beauty written on them, while there were also boxes with the word beast printed on them. They think the murderers are beasts and they are paired up with the girls who are the beauties. Beasts protect the girls in their pairs while killing the others. They also figure out that if the girl in the pair dies, the masked man dies as well. The theory makes sense because when the injured girl died, the guy with the pig mask also died. They're trying to find a way to use this information for their benefit, but Sheena says that she can just kill every other girl to escape that place. Kayla and Rose worry about their safety, so they get out of the shed and hide in a different one. Kayla grabs an axe and tells Rose that they can't trust Sheena anymore. Kayla also has to find Maddie, so she shares her plan with Rose, where they can go to the mine and rescue Maddie. The girls wait for the right moment, and when they see no one around, Kayla sneaks out of the shed. Rose, on the other hand, gets stuck and Kayla is trying to get her out, but the masked men are approaching them. The guy with the sickle drags Rose inside, so Kayla goes back inside to save her. Rose slices off the guy's hand, and Kayla stabs him with a barn tool. The masked man dies, but another one holding a knife gets there. Kayla is ready to fight him off as well, but this guy gets scared and runs away. Kayla wipes all the blood from her face and sees Sheena leaving the shack. Kayla knows that Sheena is going to take out Maddie, so she goes out and confronts her. Sheena just wants to save herself, so she is willing to kill every other girl without hesitation. Meanwhile, Rose is grabbed by the knife-wielding guy who has a pair with Sheena. Kayla figures out the whole situation, and she also sees the guy with the axe approaching Sheena from behind. Instead of warning her, Kayla stays quiet and the guy smashes Sheena's head with the axe. As soon as Sheena dies, the masked man inside the shed also dies, and Rose survives. However, Rose is still screaming and the axe-wielding guy is now going to take her out because he's paired up with Kayla. Kayla isn't a monster and she wants to save Rose, so she stabs the masked man in the chest and kills him. When Rose gets out, Kayla tells her how she saved her life by letting Sheena die. The girls then go to the mine to save Maddie. There, Kayla recognizes the shed from her vision and saves Maddie, who is happy to see her friend. That's when Rose mentions how they still have to escape from that place, and Kayla can't see any exit near the mine. They don't know what to do anymore, and they start arguing when they spot the guy with the bird mask approaching them. Kayla is ready to defend everyone, but she has an epileptic attack and passes out. Rose knows that they are going to die, so she slashes Maddie's throat and kills her. This also means the end for the guy with the bird mask, whose head explodes instantly. When Kayla wakes up, Rose explains how she saved their lives by taking out Maddie. This news breaks Kayla, who sees Maddie's dead body lying next to her. She's crying in pain and she tells Rose to leave her alone. Rose considers Kayla her friend, and Kayla's behavior makes her mad. She gets up and runs away, all the while screaming like an animal. Sometime later, Kayla walks through the woods and gets to the same field again. She knows there is only one way to get out of that place, so she takes out her eye and also grabs one of the sirens before leaving that place behind. As soon as Kayla leaves, Rose is declared the winner by the people controlling this whole game. A few days later, a guy is watching replays from this game in virtual reality, and he starts complaining to the organizers about bad quality. He's on the phone when he hears someone inside his house. He's looking around when all of a sudden, Kayla stuns him with a taser and knocks him out. When the guy wakes up, Kayla investigates him to find out all the people behind this barbaric game of death. The guy doesn't want to snitch, But Kayla hurts him again and again until he eventually gives up the name of the lead organizer. Kayla doesn't know what to do with the guy. She still sees Maddie everywhere, and she asks her dead friend what to do with the guy. The film ends with Kayla carving up the guy's face with a hunting knife. Thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a comment below as to what we should recap next. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to turn on notifications. See you in another video.